Yeah, they must be resistant. Folks, welcome back. The Heir of Cathay here, aka the Salt Dragon. Hopefully you all are excited to continue this campaign. I am. Zhao Ming survived on that last episode. I don't remember if you all saw it or not because the way that the turn-in was close to the end. But Kylus here took off and gave up his siege on Shenyang. Works for me. We actually get a decent number of infantry and stuff to help us in that siege. Potentially. This army has almost reached the wall where we can decide whether or not to put more troops in with it. We're down a little bit lower on income right now. Could be a loss of a trade partner or something. Anyway, speaking of trade partners, let's go into quick deal. And let's look for some trade agreements. No one wants a trade agreement, unfortunately. However, there are some folks who would be willing to be kind to us, and that might lead to a trade agreement, so let's initiate diplomacy here. Oh, it's so close to the trade agreement. Let's balance that. We'd have to pay them a bit of money. It's not a massively good trade agreement, but whatever. Let's just propose the offer. That'll grab me another trade agreement and make Balthasar like me a little more. The Wargrove of Woe. Dang, man. They really do not want to trade with me. I don't know why they don't want to trade with me, but they don't. Let's balance this offer. They'll hand me some money. I'll get my money back for having paid Balthasar, so there we go. Let's propose that offer. And basically, I just want to make friends on the map here. Grab some money out of it. Hopefully I don't get these people killed milking them for all their money. Sure might.
This action does not have my consent.
Oh, but it does, Carl.
I will hear what you have to say.
It does. Alright. There we go. So we've gotten some
Yes.
trade agreements. Factions. Okay. Confederation. The Eastern. No one's open to Confederation right now. Okay. Alright. Good to know. But that extra trade did pick up our income a little bit more, which is great, because we're kind of constantly bringing on new units, and we need to be able to pay for them. Where was I at? Down here. Okay, we just struck a big victory against the vampires, and this army is doing a little bit of healing. It looks like the vampires took almost no damage as a result. It's good to know. We totally killed these units, and they just come back the very next turn and continue on. That's fighting the vampire AI for you. We're still dealing with some vampiric corruption here, though it's dropping quickly. And we should be able to move freely through this territory soon. I'm going to... The ogres got beat up down here, so that's great. Smooth move. I'm going to push back within range of my armies, keep these together. Got some good skill points there. It's going to toughen up my infantry very significantly. So the vampires are going to really struggle to cut through that infantry, which already did quite well, I thought, in that last battle. This army I'm going to send back to do some recruiting on the next turn. And let's see, how's Nangao coming along? Nangao is 3 turns away from being a tier 5 settlement. The Turtle Gate could be a tier 5 settlement. I'm just a little hesitant to build it because of the amount of money and these enemy armies nearby. And then Miao Ying is actually right here near Ashuk Pigaget? Whatever his name is. We're going to take this dude out. It says low casualties. I agree. Let's just auto-resolve this one. The replenishment is pretty minor. It's not really going to matter. Let's just snag their teeth. Thanks for the teeth, suckers. I picked up some magical items. Alright, now we can finish replenishing here. Red Fortress is kind of growing ever stronger.
Storm Dragon.
Let's check out our balance of buildings. I'm working on research at the moment that doesn't have an effect on balance. There is Talons of the Night. We'll also want to get regrowth for the Green Guardian. Okay, so let's take a look at a few things. Number one, am I building any buildings that are going to provide more yen? So that's what I'm looking for. I don't believe we are, but I'm going to check. Okay, we've got a lot of buildings to build too, by the way. Like more than a few. Wastelands. Okay, we got a few things to do here. First of all, let's put in some defense here. And then as I go back through, it looked like there was, like this one would be a good spot. Potentially to put in some yen come. There we go. And at the Great Bastion, I do want to be able to recruit the highest tier artillery. So that is some money that I'm willing to spend. And then I also want to have the least upkeep possible over there, so that's some money I'm willing to spend. That one I said we were going to wait. I'll take a few extra gemstones on trade because I think that will be worthwhile. Let's keep looking here. Wei Zhen can be upgraded. It's an expensive upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that. It's totally safe right now to do so. Any hurry down there. The growth could be handy down here. Alright, we should be back in balance then on the next turn. Again, I'm going to keep saving some rather large chunks of cash, just to make sure that we stay well within our means. We cannot afford to go bankrupt suddenly in the middle of a bunch of large fights. It's going to be another fairly simple auto-resolve for us. So those guys get wrecked and we'll take the extra money. That'll just give us more to work with on the next turn. Picked up a Jade Longma and a Warhorse. And let's see. Talons of the Night for sure. And then Ancestral Warriors. Both of those would be good. Okay, and then on this character, we get a couple skill points. We're going to do Curse of the Midnight Wind. And then this army is no longer needed in this vicinity. We're probably, yeah, we're headed back in the negative at a lot of places because we lost our balance, but hopefully the balance is on the way back. I'm going to kind of just start moving back this general direction. Okay. The balance is actually really important because it pretty much undoes all of the negative effects of being on Legendary. I actually think I'm going to make an attack here, too. If these guys get reinforced, which I don't know if they will or not. Like, I don't know if the Kurgan will get reinforced by this other faction, but I'm pretty sure we're going to slap these guys. So I'm more than happy to go give them a good slapping. Yep, they do get reinforced by them, and I look forward to the inevitable beatdown. Right, the battle is underway. My rockets are in range. None of the rest of my units are, and I believe the AI is just going to take its time and wait for some reinforcements. So I'm going to actually... I think I'm going to move my army a little. I'm going to push them over here this direction just a little bit. I want to bring my crane gunners within range. I don't wish to use my rockets at the moment. I'm going to wait for the reinforcements because none of the targets that are up there currently are really worth my rockets. That should bring my crane guns within range, well within range. Alright, so let the great shooting begin. And that also puts my rockets in a pretty good position to hit the reinforcements as they come on. Back here, yep, there goes the Mammoth. We've got a unit of Marauder Horsemen heading out towards the flank. It's not really going to do them any good. I'm going to put this unit out here to kind of cover that flank. They've got some Norse controls headed to the flank. Again, won't do them any good. They're basically getting their units into position in preparation for the reinforcements to arrive at the moment. We're wasting our ammunition on these warriors. I'm just going to start picking at their leader. Their leader's going to have a decent shield, so this will eat up a little bit of ammunition, but should be well worth it. So we're going to start picking at him. Here comes some reinforcements. It looks like Marauder Horsemen. Not particularly concerned about those. They're probably going to head out to my flank. So I'll go ahead and get a couple crossbows facing in that direction. As I see infantry targets become available, I will pick them up with my rockets. And I do see some available. Right at the outside of range. So here we go. Time for the rocket batteries to open fire. Kurgan Lord is about to die.
Order and harmony. Praise the
Push
dragons.
these units forward just a hair here, just to keep a little distance between my skirmish units and my standard units. Alright, there goes the Kurgan Lord. We're going to start picking at the Zanchi Lord here. What are rockets doing? Rocket battery doesn't have any kills. I don't approve of that. Oh, there we go. That probably solved that.
They will perish.
Yeah, let's actually keep firing there because there's a bit of a blob, and then there's a bit of a blob in this vicinity too. Alright. Fire rain rockets firing away. I do not have any great spells with my Lord except for being able to slow some units down, so... Our crane gunners have killed one Lord and are well on their way to killing another. This one is blocked because of our crossbows. Let's fix that. There we go.
Rocket battery. Fight as one. Celestial fury.
Spread some pain at these rocket batteries out. We're causing some pretty significant damage to the enemy formation, and the battle has not even begun. Their leaders are one dead, another near dead. That leader got away. That is unfortunate. Start hitting these berserkers. We're taking a little bit of fire right here.
Stone and steel.
Nothing too significant though, so I'm not going to get in any hurry here. Let's go intercept these incoming infantry formations.
I command the 8 winds themselves. We cannot possibly lose.
Okay, looking good.
Warriors. Marching as one.
It's actually, I'm going to keep my infantry fairly close. Okay.
Stone and steel.
Get rid of some of these skirmish units.
Crane gunners.
Took out a whole bunch of their berserkers. I'm gonna pick at their hunter unit out there. Let's give our rockets some targets out away from our main formation real quick.
Celestial fury. Bringing harmony. We've infinite
Reposition that crossbow a little bit. Let's get our long marauders.
Cavalry. Fight as one.
Got one extra unit here.
Kiss of the spirit dragon.
Thoughts in harmony.
Okay, that long marauder. Let's see if we can crush that marauder horse real quick. We got that one.
Marching as one.
Alright, everything looking good. Everything going according to plan at the moment. No issues.
Minds as one.
Their leader came back from routing, so let's send him on his way again. There are some chaos spawn that are going to fight to the death,
Defenders of Cathay.
unfortunately.
Warriors. For Cathay.
Let's throw some extra units out here. Their lord just went down. We should see a chain route, leaving only the chaos spawn here quickly.
Jade crossbow.
Then with a little bit of crossbow fire, we should be able to clean up those spawn in a pretty big hurry.
Repositioning.
There's a couple of marauders that actually haven't chain routed over here, which is
We are
an
pride.
impressive showing of legendary leadership buffs. So otherwise, those units have absolutely no business still being in the fight. Rockets did very well, helped to shred many of the infantry formations well before the battle started, made them combat ineffective. The Terracotta Sentinels did a great job of kind of blobbing up, blocking charges, allowing for my infantry to get better work done. So overall, pretty successful here. That should get some experience for our Lord as well. Alright, solid victory. Not a lot of money in it for us, unfortunately, even though we cleared out several armies. Not a lot of extra money, I should say, and the replenishment's fairly useless. I'll take it, though, because 460 gold isn't going to make much of a difference on anything, but that cleared out some of the enemies standing outside the gates. It still shows a super high threat to the Bastion for some reason. I don't know what is driving that. I've kept the compass pointed the right direction. I've defeated Kurgan armies. Like, I just don't know where that threat is coming from at the moment. Spirit Leech, we don't really need because we can snipe enemies really well. Flock of Doom might be useful. Let's go ahead and drop that on there.
Worthy of a dragon.
And then let's head down south. It looks like Hanyu Port
Dragon-blooded
can be built up. We're busy recruiting here, almost finished, at least temporarily finished. I'd like to swap these out for the dragon crossbows. I don't know if we're going to have the time to do that, but it would certainly make a difference in the fight against the Greenskins, who appear to be very formidable foes. I think we got the right buildings set up for the next turn, so I'm going to leave the compass where it's at for now. We're skipping that caravan dispatch. Then we'll go ahead and start spending some serious money on building upgrades here soon as well. I'll start by going through and just picking all of the income buildings that can be upgraded, and then I'll work my way kind of down the stack from there. I suppose you could go with settlement upgrades and then building upgrade, and then income upgrades. Either way, Caravan of Roses is already looking for a peace treaty, which means that they've gotten themselves into a few more wars than they can handle, and that's fine with me. That means we're going to continue to push them. We're not taking their peace treaty. We might eventually be able to get the ogres back on our side, and if that's the case, we're back in balanced harmony, so that's going to help our income. It's also going to help me not lose these territories back here, so this is good news. Like a non-aggression pact. They want way too much money for it, so I don't really want to fight those wood elves. That territory is not of interest to me. Fighting them doesn't really make much sense or serve a lot of purpose. Alright, so Miao Ying is free. Let's just continue to kind of clean up. This is kind of up against a wall here, so I'm not too worried about trying to hold this uninhabitable territory. Because, are these guys sieged? Like, what the heck is even going on here?
Witness my power.
Okay. Now they're fighting together. Okay. I'm gonna continue to occupy this territory. That's gonna screw up our balance. Gives us +1 yen, and that is an income building. I could do a yang here, and then instead of having this yen building, I actually want to put a different yang building there that does growth. So we'll work on what's gonna throw me out of balance one way or the other. I'll have to do a different yen building that focuses on growth, if we can. And I'd like to do growth and control, try and help build this territory up and kind of help keep it. Alright, let's take a look. Income, here's some income, here's some income, here's some income. Who else got some income for me? There's some income. These aren't going to make a huge difference, but they'll make a difference. Alright, let's see here. One's growth, there's a little bit of income there. River Delta. Put some defense there at the Terracotta Graveyard. A little bit of income here. Or no, is that growth? Yeah, it's growth, sorry. I may have said income on some of those that were actually growth, so whoops. There's some income. Serpent Jetty, or Serpent Estuary. Serpent Jetty's a different place. Okay. Warpstone Desert. Okay, this is fine for now. This is okay for now. Probably do want to go ahead and make that upgrade. Have some income on the way.
Shogungan Lord.
These two armies can move forward.
Many feet, one.
Just kind of see what we spot on our way up.
Many feet, one purpose.
Knobbly
Our
Gorge
ancestors
is
were meant to be followed.
holding its vampiric corruption just high enough to keep me from being able to go without attrition, so that's, again, very convenient for them. It's nice how it works out that way for you when you're the AI. Okay, this army I want to finish up so I can attack the greenskins,
Fly the
who are darn
Emperor's
near
flag.
finished. We got interrupted, so let's grab that
Certainly is a
Terracotta
privilege.
Sentinel. I'm actually, since I'm going to stick around and recruit for so long, I'll go get and grab one more Terracotta Sentinel. These are very expensive, though. Maybe one more crane gun in here. No, because we've already got all the crossbows and stuff. I would just need a fire rain rocket, which I can recruit locally, and I do have enough money for, though. We're going to go a little bit low on cash here. It's okay. We should be all right. I know I said I shouldn't do this. Here I am. I'm doing it. I wonder where that Zinchi army went.
In good time. Protected by the night.
Not this.
I desire to dream.
Can't see the Zinchi army, but if they are hiding nearby, hopefully we'll draw them out of hiding. I think Clan Rictus is allowing them through, which means we need to go fight Clan Rictus. That is going to be a pain in the ever-loving butt because of
Windshaper.
Clan Rictus probably having
Witness their demise.
tons of warp lightning.
Make your ancestors proud.
Can't you see the... Can't remember if this one was a part of that settlement chain that we were working on right now. I don't think it is. We've already raised it so this isn't going to add anything. Let's just
Leave
raise it again. That's going to leave that army kind of out in the cold, so to speak.
Ready to defend.
Foundry of Bones is totally different. Oh, it was. It was part of it. Whoops.
Celestial ancestors.
Colonize this here.
I will be obeyed.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and colonize that. So we pushed a little bit beyond the wall. It's going to hurt my income, though, unfortunately, at least for this turn.
Shogungan Lord reporting.
Let's go ahead and get garrisoned up here. I don't have the money to put another army on the battlefield yet.
Born to rule.
Some extra control on the Red Waste. Alright, let's end this turn. I want to keep pushing back against chaos outside the Great Bastion. These settlements are going to be hard to colonize, though it could be worth it in the long run if we're able to hold them. This is what I was hoping for here, that they would come around and want to trade. The AI does this all the time, where they're like, no, we don't want to trade with you, and then a turn later they're like, hey, bro, you ever thought about trading with us? It's like, no, it's never crossed my mind. But yeah, the AI is great at that.
Heed my words well.
Oh boy, here's the big boy. I'm not really worried about our allies helping, and I don't want to lose any more allies. So I'm not surprised that Archaon's declaring war on us. That seems like the very chaos thing to do. Mr. the End Times there. Again, getting a free auto-resolve here that we probably didn't deserve, but I'll take it. That's possibly the end of that faction, too. Yeah, war is declared, enemy killed, trait gained, tech researched. We just flipped over to Yang. So we need a yen. I can probably do that there. Well, actually, we tore a building down somewhere to make room for it, did we not? Because it's going to be a long time before we finish anything there. Yeah, maybe it was here where we did it, because I wanted to have growth and control. Yeah, it was growth and control that I want to have there.
I stand apart.
So as far as this province, we got to hit Ironstorm and Bloodwind Keep. Again, I just want to mop this up so we stop having the threat. It looks like the Great Bastion threat is finally gone. So let's go with a growth bonus for a while, and it also gives us an extra income bonus. That'll help us pay for having to hold armies outside the wall, which is not ideal. Iron Storm looks like it's potentially takeable for us, though I'm going to have to approach with some degree of caution here because we can't see what's at the Fortress of Eyes.
My men revere me.
Yeah, Iron Storm looks takeable.
Dismantle them.
Yeah, they do have an army nearby there, but
Beyond reason, beyond sanity.
nothing I'm terribly concerned about.
Fight in perfect.
Gave me a few more losses than I would have liked there, but let's go ahead and start taking their territory here. It actually puts us into balance
Power
at the
in
moment,
blood.
until this building finishes on the next turn. Probably need some defenses here, so I'll go ahead and tear that down anyway so that we'll still be in balance on the next turn. Alright, we need to build up a little bit of cash over the next couple turns.
Storm Dragon.
And we're going to need to approach Bloodwind Keep. We can start pushing back, essentially, against the Puppets of Misrule, which is one of our campaign objectives anyway. I wonder if we've had enough terms where Brother can attack the Dissenter Lords. Let's take a look and see. Dissenter Lords.
Consider this meeting merely
Declare
a stay
war.
of execution.
Yeah, we're not going to get a penalty. I don't need my allies to help. Let's go ahead and crush the Dissenter Lords, because that is part of our campaign objective as well.
I crave.
Give the Iron Dragon something to do. They do have an army here.
No fool.
Not much of an army, though. What kind of battle would we be fighting? Is this a settlement battle? No, it's an open field battle, which this might be kind of entertaining. Leadership plus 20. Where did I place that? I think I had it on one of my Jade Warriors. Just go ahead and put it back there. Okay, let's go ahead and fight this. Okay, folks, we're in the battle. I'm going to use my rockets to go ahead and start cleaning on some of their crane gunners. They're actually just out of range, though, so let's go ahead and move our formation up. There's better terrain for me to occupy slightly farther forward here, I think. That'll actually be a little bit of a negative impact on my Nangao riflemen. But the AI will be well within rocket range. It does also kind of shore up my flank over here, although it's not going to work wonders, like I said, for my Nangao rifles. Crane gunners in range. Their crane gunners are in range as well. So I'm going to target down the crane gunners. They're priority 1. Here comes a unit of Jade Lancers. Let's pull back to a safe position.
Iron Hail Gunners! The Celestial Faithful! Iron Hail
They are trying to work around my flank, which is an odd choice. Okay. Let's take a Tiger over here.
Wind and fire!
Back out into this position. Let's take our Tigers. Collapse on these Lancers. Alright, our rockets have gotten rid of the crane gun threats, and I'm now going to target my rockets onto different missile units. And then my own crane guns. I'd like to take out their balloon, but their balloon is currently not an option for me. They're bringing their Lancers back in for a charge here. So we are going to clean them up over here. I'm going to pin them in with the Lancers there. The Longbow Lancers, I should say. Our rockets are absolutely owning right now. I mean, it is pretty incredible the number of kills they've already racked up. The enemy peasant archers are getting shredded. Their infantry's now coming over the hill where it's going to be met by Nangao riflemen. So the gun lines of Cathay causing some pretty critical damage here. Those cavalrymen tried to interfere there, but it's not going to work. I'm going to get several volleys with these gunners. Crane guns coming in. Alright, let's go ahead and fix their infantry over here. And then I'll use my Tigers and Long Marauders to clean that up. Let's get some new targets for the rockets. Crane gun came back there. Let's go ahead and take it out. Okay. Watch this. Get a little bit cheeky back here, bring in an ancestral warrior behind their lines. There we go. Our rockets have just utterly decimated their ranged force. And then our Nangao rifles have been able to just stand here and own. Yeah, we're getting some nice kills here. That's gonna be all she wrote for this army.
Stone and steel.
The center lords are routed. Iron Dragon didn't even have to lift a finger. Just got to sit still and watch his forces succeed. We picked up a potion of strength, a little bit of money. This will count as a new settlement to be occupied. So that is good. That means the dissenter lords just own these other two. If this army had been allowed to finish recruiting... Ah, there he went. I knew he would be around somewhere. So, Mr. the Curseling will have to be a target. He's headed back towards Wing Chang. He can't raise this place enough. Like, he's been there multiple times, raised it multiple times, not accomplished anything of note outside of raising it. But he's gonna go back for more. Like, he wants more. He's not happy yet until he gets it. See what I want to do here. Let's probably go with sure aim. I think that will help. No. Eastern Fires, Iron Hail Gunners. So this one is the one that actually helps the Nangao rifles, probably, because I think they call themselves Nangao rifles. This isn't going to do me any good in this army because I don't have the units to use it. Fire Rain rocket units, too. Yeah, we should buff this first because it'll just make all these units stronger.
Power.
It is power. And I actually, I was about to get rid of the Nangao Riflemen, but I think they are good to keep because it is the Iron Dragon, and we're shooting some Iron Hail down range. So I feel like it's appropriate. Slain in their musty coffins. Apparently this is a mission. What do we get for it? An extra 2,400? Raise or sack the following province. You know what? Don't mind if I do.
Witness their demise.
The dragon-blooded.
There we go.
Earn the Emperor's love.
Let's sack it.
They cannot remain a threat.
And then I'm going to occupy it. Picked up all that treasury.
An extension of the Empire.
I don't know if I'm actually going to try and hold this long run. But I'm going to... Ooh, I might. We get some nice income here from the exotic animal cages. And then this army can kind of hold the front line here. And in fact, we might be able to do a little bit of scouting ahead just to kind of see what lies at scrap towers. I don't want to push too far. There is an army at the scrap towers. There could be another one behind it, so we might want to hold our distance there just to be sure. But things looking good. Things looking good. I think this is a good place to end it. Hope y'all enjoyed the campaign so far. We've got a long ways to go. Miao Ying here has skill points.
chosen
We can
daughter.
finish off Talons of the Night there.
The tempest grows ever stronger.
Glittering Robe. Garrison Lord not moved. Yeah, we're not going to do anything with that Lord yet. I'm trying to get our money back
Gun Lord reporting.
at the moment. Got finish your aim. Let's go with some unyielding. We could have some rather dangerous armies for our Kaon coming in soon. So anyway, I will see you all soon with some more action on Total War Warhammer 3.